Okay, this is a test, the 28th. Hopefully everything's working and you can hear me. This test is with the Gopro chest mount and also mic in my helmet. Tested this setup in my bedroom, seemed okay. Now this is the live test. Beautiful day in Singapore. It's the 28th of July. Around about 6:30. I'm hoping that the position of the GoPro on my chest is correct. I used the iPhone app to line it up. Okay, eyes are down this time. So basically I'm doing this because we want to record some of our trips in Thailand. We do some road trips for about a week in October-November time frame. We'll be going there this year as well, and we have taken some photos or videos before. Dave, my friend, has a older GoPro. The it doesn't have a mic input and the audio is not particularly good, so it's a little bit limited. We've been trying different sorts of setups. We bought Bluetooth intercoms about 2 years ago, and they've been working out very well. Unfortunately, I couldn't work out a way to get the mic connected from the intercom to the camera itself, which would have been a neater setup. And nobody at Cena actually could give me an idea about that either. Well, that's not too bad. So I bought a separate mic, an Audio Technica, put it into my cheek pad and ran it down to the camera via the little interface cable that you can buy from. Tried to make my own because I thought it would be better in that I could put a right-angled connector. The actual connector is micro USB, and it just sticks out pretty badly. So it's not very well designed or thought out. So I thought I'd make my own cable because it seemed pretty simple. But when I got around to it, I made it based upon a wiring diagram I found on the web, which looked correct, but when I tried it out, it just didn't work. And I thought, stuff it. I bought the genuine accessory. It just wasn't worth the time. So hopefully everything's working now. Now I just got to work out a way to make it a bit the setup a little bit neater. The cable's a little bit long. Just got to work out what's going to be the neatest setup. So this test is really my first attempt at trying the mic on the bike with the camera on my chest. It's all a bit messy. It took me, I don't know, 5-10 minutes to set it up this afternoon, which I think is a pain in the butt. I'm going to try and work out a way to make it a little bit simpler, easier. Eyes are open this time. So I'm riding from where I live, which is central Singapore, to a place called Kranji Wetlands, and I did a video recently of which is up on the YouTube, which shows part of the ride. I think it was only 6 or 7 minutes long, not very long, but I go into that location because Singapore is very small, and the vast majority of Singapore is urbanized, just like this sort of area. So wherever you go in Singapore, there's pretty much people everywhere. And there are very, very few places where you can sort of be alone, or just an area where there's just not much traffic, and ride a little bit faster in safety. And that's the area that I like going to. So this video essentially will be my ride to that location and back again. I've taken videos before without the external mic, just relying upon the internal mic of the camera itself, and I noticed that it's okay up until, I don't know, 50 kilometers, not even that, maybe 40 kilometers, and then the wind noise just overcomes all other noises. So I'm hoping this mic in my cheek pad is going to allow you to hear much more of the engine and the bike. Although there's definitely still going to be some wind noise, hoping that the foam in the cheek pad will cut out most of it and you'll be able to hear me and the bike. The area I'm coming up to is called Upper Thomson. Now, this is an area where I come to usually at the end of a ride to have something to eat. There's a number of restaurants to my left, you can't see them, and one in which in particular I like going to is called Casuarina Curry. The biryani, mutton biryani, I usually get the same thing, pretty boring that way. I get mutton biryani and some prata, which is a local type of bread, crispy Indian flatbread with a bit of curry. Until you've tried it, you don't realise how nice it is. So anybody coming to Singapore, I would recommend having prata. It's quite unique to this location, so even if you go to India, you won't find it, even though it's sold generally by Indian people.